I suppose we've given him a big free hand, really. You know, and for him that's paid off. You know, he's a very independent young man. Pushes a lot. You know, he's very good. He won't. He's like a Jack Russell around someone's trouser leg. He won't leave it alone. He gets an idea.
It was really warm up
Okay.
there, right?
I'm going to take him to Urban Outfitters, I think. Oh.
Dominic's family weren't poor, but his dad, a musician, made sacrifices to pay for Dominic's private school. Despite the cost, his parents still gave him free rein to do as he pleased.
No, I haven't seen it. What's it look like, Dom?
The story that I remember most vividly about Dominic was the time in his final year when he was absent from school and he turned up on television in Tokyo, exploring the possibility of importing these deluxe Japanese lavatories to the UK.
And this is just a bog stand. And then this is bidet, and you press this, thing comes out, and kind of goes. Well, if you're sitting on there, you can kind of guess what thing does. It's certainly different, isn't it?
Not many boys would have taken that risk. He knew when he was doing that he was jeopardizing his chances of doing well at GCSE. I don't think Dominic feels that he needs a safety net.
And I still got 9 GCSEs A to C, so even though it's 5% of the school year, to me it says, well, the GCSE is really that difficult? Haven't they just wasted 2 years of my life if I can stroll in?
Like all entrepreneurs, Dominic is always looking for his next big scheme. He's created a boy band and now wants to sell them to the world.
I see this as at least a 5 to 6 year project. People say record sales are down, but what you have to remember is when a great song's sold, it will still sell 1 million units. It's because we're making bad songs. We're making songs that people don't want to go out and buy. If you have something people want to buy, you will sell it. You'll sell it to everyone. With anything, whether it's music, cars, houses, scooters. If people want to buy it, they'll buy it.
When you meet Dominic for the first time, you know, it's very easy to get the wrong impression about him, but you have to spend time with Dominic. Dominic's a very intelligent young man, and it's like, you know, you sort of, after a couple of hours over lunch or whatever, you think, oh, yeah, this guy's pretty switched on, pretty clued up, you know.
Yeah, it's really important to remember your identity and who we are and who we're about, and we're British, we're British, you're British, and you're break dancers, and you've got to keep it real, haven't you? And
so I can't rap in an American accent anymore.
No rapping American accent.
UK b-boy style.
Dominic believed in himself to a degree which I think many people find quite irritating. You must remember that teachers tend to judge people on the basis of the quality of their homework, and this was not Dominic's forte. Dominic went home and got onto his mobile phone and get on with his other life.
You look good in the tight zip-up. Try this on for me, yeah? The reason I didn't like school is because I'd been in the world outside of school, and I knew there were 2 completely different places, and I knew what was better for me. Being out there making money, travelling the world, interacting with businesses, interacting with companies, doing deals, doing legal work. For a 14-year-old, that is a better education than sending any kid to school. Teaching them to fend and live for themselves, showing them the way of life. And all those kids that just left school, they ain't got a clue. I'm scared for them. They've been in the school system from the age of 7 to 18, doing the same thing, working with the same teachers, same friends every day. It's going to take a long time for them to adapt and really start making their lives move.
Most of the successful entrepreneurs in Britain left school at 15 and learnt in the jungle of trying to sort of survive.
Most millionaires found school tedious, but it's where many of them started their get-rich schemes.
A lot of being a successful entrepreneur is about being in control and feeling out of control in environments, if you like, that other people control. So they don't want to be at school, they don't want to be at university, often they don't want to be at home. They want to set up their own business, call the shots, be in charge of themselves, and if anyone's going to give the orders, it's them. And that's to do with comfort and only feeling comfortable when they are the people calling the shots.
Somewhere in the group are two other millionaires. Will a psychologist spot them? Can you? During the course of the day, our experts profile the values and mental agility of the group with a variety of tests. The higher reasoning test produces results that amaze everyone. The non-entrepreneurs average a respectable 60%, but our millionaires score just 30%. It may be that they just don't like tests, but clearly academic success and wealth don't have to go hand in hand. The results, however, may not be that surprising, as our remaining two millionaires didn't even bother completing school. Tom Hartley was taken out of school at 11 by his father, Tom Hartley Sr. His father educated him at home, but only in the ways of the car business.
I left school when I was 11 years old, and I just went straight into the business and was learning my apprenticeship, obviously, with my father.
You know, he really loved buying and selling cars, communicating with customers, which was part of the education programme that I devised for him. And his geography, rather than visit a map or talk about it on a blackboard, he actually used to have his own chauffeur take him to look at a car and visit, you know, Warwickshire, historic places, Cornwall, Devon.
I just wasn't interested in school, and me and my mother and father had an agreement there. We just thought I'd be better off if I was in the business with my father and learning through that.
Tom Jr. sold his first luxury car aged 11 and was a millionaire at 14.
Being smart doesn't mean that I'm great at passing exams. They're street smart. It's a different sort of smart. It's something a little bit more instinctual than is being able to pass exams by rote.
But why do millionaires test low on reasoning? Could it be the way they think? The experts reason that it might be dyslexia. They call in Harley Street specialist Peter Kendall.
What we're going to do is give you a set of cards to sort. The idea is that there's some questions on the cards which you can sort into, yes, I think it's true about me, no, it's not, or not terribly sure about it. Dyslexia traditionally was seen as having difficulties with learning to read or write, but it's extended since the early days, and it now seems to cover a variety of areas. It usually pops up as discrepancies. On the one hand, people may have tremendous creative energy, but on the other, they need to rely on other people to organise their time, do the logical, messy, detailed bits of existence that somehow other people find easy. The entrepreneurs may well fall into particular kinds of personality groups, so they will tend to be slightly off the wall, imaginative, challenging of direct authority. Given a script, they may well want to depart from it. They may want to ask questions which are not on the sheet. So those are the non-specific dyslexic characteristics some of them may show. So if we sort these out into the most common things about dyslexics, this one is make mistakes when writing checks. Yeah. That's quite a sort of sensitive one. This one is not a very good speller. No, fair enough.
Spell check comes in handy.
Sometimes confuse dates and times and end up missing appointments unless I'm reminded.
2 of the 5 millionaires test positive for dyslexia. Current research suggests a similar incidence for all entrepreneurs, which is 4 times higher than the national average.